So the reason why you aren't playing well and you're not really standing out in games, you're just kind of like the average player every game, you're just kind of there, you're kind of making up the numbers, you're not really like standing out, and you're kind of a bit worried because you need to become a standout if you want to make it as a professional footballer. Well, the reason why you're not standing out is because you're not taking any risks. You're not like taking players on 1v1, you're not making any tackles, you're not like making any precise kind of through balls. You're not taking any shots either. You're just kind of just passing the ball, just kind of running around. Like, that's not what's going to attract a pro coach in a pro academy. They want somebody who takes risks, and they want to see a player who tries, who actually gives 100%, 110% in every single game. They want to see a player who is determined to win. They don't want to see a passive kind of player who's just kind of there on the side, just kind of, you know what I was saying, just kind of running around and just doing nothing. They want a player who takes risks and tries to win the game for their team, because at the end of the day, that's, if you look at like all the best players in the world, Lamine Yamal, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Haaland, like they all got that kind of risk factor. They take someone on 1v1 and beat him and put it in the top corner. That's what a coach wants. All right. And obviously like your training helps and all that kind of stuff to, sharpen your individual kind of technique. But what's going to help you the most is the mindset of that every game should be like your last game. That's what should be in your mind. Like every game is your last ever game. And imagine that. Imagine just like tomorrow was your last ever game. You had a game tomorrow and it was your last ever game. How would you play? How would you play? Comment below. How would you play in that game? Would you just be a passive, safe player? Or would you just go hard out every single game? Would you just work 110%? Would you take that player on 1v1, cut inside and bang it into the goal? Like, what would you do? Honestly, what would you do in that situation if tomorrow was your last ever game? After tomorrow, you're never allowed to play football again. You're just not allowed to. You're not allowed on the pitch. What would you do? I know what I'd do. I would take, every time I get the ball, since I'm a winger, every time I get the ball, I'd beat the fullback as much as I can. I'd link up with my teammates. I'd cross the ball in. I'd cut inside. I'd shoot. That's how I'd play. So that should be the same for you. Doesn't matter what position you are, even if you're centre back, playing those long balls, driving into the midfield, getting up for the corners and getting up for the header. That's what you should be doing, okay? Every single game. Imagine every game is your last game ever. And then you'll start taking more risks, and then you'll start standing out more. Obviously, you need to have the technical skills, and that's why we do the free flow training, that's why we do the fascia training, the barefoot training, all that stuff. But I know most of you have got the technical skills, or like at least got some sort of standout kind of quality. You just need to show it in real games. And this is why you need to have the mindset that every game should be your last ever game. And once you have this mindset, bro, you'll start playing with more risk. You'll be more confident in yourself, and you'll actually want it more. You'll want to win. All right. So this should be your mindset for next game. Like, this is my last ever game. I need to give it 100%. And you'll surprise your coaches, your teammates, your fans, your parents, the coaches or whatever, the scouts or whatever. You'll surprise everyone, because they'll be like, whoa, this kid, like, he used to just be so passive and safe with his play, but now he's taking risks. And he's like one of the standout players out there. He's actually given 110% because he actually wants to win. That's the thing. If you don't actually want to win, then what's the point of being out there in the first place? We're not here for a participation award. We're not here to feel sorry for the opposition. We're here to win. The football pitch is like a battleground. Like, on the pitch, we're going 110%. Off the pitch, you can be like a nice guy and whatever. But on the pitch, there's no nice guy anymore. You got to give it 110%. And that's why you should get in the mindset that every game is your last ever game. All right. But if you want to learn more on how to become a standout player and actually like get scouted and signed for academies, just like how I've done and how my students have done as well. My students have gone on to get trials in Europe and the USA and stuff like that, and some big leagues. All right. Then just click this video here to watch the free masterclass. It's packed with value, and it will teach you a lot about how to become a standout player. All right, so click this video here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.